edition of the HHC Sports Weekly. I'm Justin Sulkland with TheHHCSports.com. Fall sports are beginning to transition into winter, but we still have football teams alive in the state tournaments with Columbus East and Floyd Central going for sectional titles. Girls basketball is getting started here soon. Teams are scrimmaging and getting ready for the regular season opener. And boys basketball practice starts on Monday. We're going to take a look at the football teams and a couple of girls basketball teams that are sure to make a splash this season. In football, Columbus East defeated East Central 28-9. Markel Jones ran for 219 yards, 3 touchdowns, as number 1 East took the first step toward a second straight Class 4A state championship with another title. East Central, which is 8-4, made the Olympians work for their 4th straight sectional crown. The Trojans took a 3-0 lead. Jones scored twice and threw a halfback's pass, which is a little unfair, don't you think, with his ability as a running back, as the Olympians surged to a 21-3 lead at the half. East Central took advantage of a fumble recovery and drove 70 yards for a touchdown with 11:30 left, but Jones came back with his final touchdown to salt the victory away. East, which is now 12-0, will now host the regional game with number 5 Evansville Rights, which is 11-1. The Southern Indiana Powers have met twice in the postseason here lately, and Rights won a classic in 2007, 61-60, while East prevailed 35-21 in 2012 in the regional. In the other football game featuring the Hoosier Hills Conference team, Whiteland defeated Floyd Central 42-13. Whiteland left the Highlanders in a cloud of dust in the 5A sectional final. Whiteland Junior Shaw Cloud exploded for 407 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns to power the Warriors to their 2nd straight sectional title at Floyd's expense. Floyd's Adam Wallace returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, and then Cloud unloaded on the Highlanders. He broke runs of 78, 29, 57, 35, and 85 yards. Colton Kim threw for 149 yards, with Wallace catching 8 passes for 134. And Antonio Villegas kicked 2 field goals for Floyd, which finished the season 6-5. Bedford North Lawrence girls basketball is getting ready to chase its 3rd straight 4A title and scrimmage against Bloomington North. The Stars totally dominated that, even without senior center Jenna Allen, as she got the cast removed from her injured left hand. Dominic McBride scored 20 points. B&L also had its ceremony to hand out state championship rings and raise its newest banner on Saturday. Here's a look at the Stars.
Bedford North Lawrence raised its latest championship banner to the rafters of B&L Fieldhouse and collected the state championship rings from the 2014 championship prior to Saturday night's inter-squad scrimmage at B&L.
2014 state champions, Damon Bailey.
Following the ceremony, the Stars conducted their inter-squad scrimmage and played 3 quarters of varsity competition.
I think you probably got more out of this tonight than you did Thursday night.
I don't know. I mean, soap and towel games, team scrimmages are tough because you're playing against kids that you play against every day. Everybody knows what you're running. It's kind of a difficult thing to go out and do and look really sharp, I think. I didn't like him much as a player, and I don't know that I like him that much more as a coach. But I think that we did see some good things tonight. We had some kids make some outside shots, which is what we're looking for. Not that we're just going to settle or shoot outside shots. I mean, we've got kids that can score inside. We know we're going to go inside, but it's nice to know that that work that we're doing, the kids, I think they are getting better at hitting outside threes, and I think that's something that we obviously were missing from last year. So that'll make us better if we can continue to do that.
They looked confident in doing that too.
Yeah, I like I told you, I mean, those kids, they didn't have to shoot them.
Right.
Not that they can't, but I don't know that they had to. So I have all confidence in the world in those 3 seniors and the younger kids too, that when the time comes, they're going to make shots.
From a competition standpoint, it was better for tonight as well. I think because Thursday night you could do whatever you want, whenever you want. At least tonight, like you said, when you know what's coming, it makes it a little bit tougher to do things.
Makes it a little bit tougher, you know, and I think we do, we do defend well. So on top of knowing what you're running, that's a big plus if you're on the defensive side. But I think the execution, I don't know if it's as sharp as I'd like for it to be. I'm going to think that hopefully we'll get a few things cleaned up this week. But we had practice today. I think our legs are a little tired. But going forward this week, we're going to work on trying to sharpen and clean some things up from the execution standpoint. And then really just try to focus on getting ready mentally. We have 4 games that first week. So I really want to get ready to take them on one at a time. And from a conditioning standpoint, I think we're just getting close. We have to continue to work on that a little bit more. But, if we keep shooting the basketball and keep sharpening up what we're trying to do offensively, I think we're going to get it.
If any Hoosier Hills Conference team can test BNL, perhaps it is Jeffersonville. The Red Devils were picked to finish second in the HHCSports.com coaches poll, and they went 17-6 last season, losing to BNL in the sectional final. Here's a look at Jeffersonville as Coach Mike Warren gets them ready for 2014-15 campaign.
Jeffersonville is expected to be the team to challenge Bedford North Lawrence in the 4A sectional and the Hoosier Hills Conference this season. The Red Devils lost to the Stars in last year's sectional final.
I'm looking forward to getting up and down the court. I think we have tons of athletes, so that's our advantage. I know we're kind of small, but hopefully we'll win a sectional title.
That's a big thing to shoot for with the defending state champion in your sectional.
That's our goal.
The Red Devils, under second-year coach Mike Warren, aren't backing down from the challenge of facing the defending state champions.
To go farther than what we did last year. Every year we go further and further. To get past sectionals this year. At the end, just play our hearts out, do good.
That's a tough thing to do with the defending state champion in your sectional. What about facing them and going after them a little bit?
We're just gonna have to take it, go hard. We're just gonna have to take it to them.
You're replacing some key parts with Haley Vogan and Shay Hines gone. How do you replace them, and who steps up?
Well, you don't replace them. I mean, we're going to be different. They were seniors. Obviously, Haley being a 6'1" left-handed post player, you're not going to see a ton of those. So we're not going to replace her, but we're going to be much more athletic. We're going to be quicker. We're going to be a lot smaller. So rebounding obviously is a concern for us. But I think our athleticism will make up for some of that. And then Shay was really our leader, and Chelsea Lewis, she's done a good job of kind of taking over as our senior leader. But it's a different group, but an exciting group.
Where's the scoring come from?
That's a great question. I wonder. We have a lot of girls who can score it. Not many of them have done it when the lights come on, at 7:30. So I'm counting on them to do it. I think they're going to do it, but until we go out there and we see, I guess you can't really be for sure. But obviously, Taylor Sykes she's outstanding, and she's improved tremendously over the summer. I mean, I think she's a really good player. I mean, I'm hoping, I'm trying to get her maybe good enough to be on the South Six. I mean, I think she's that good, but, she hadn't done it yet, to that level in the game. But I think she could be really good. And then Emily Gray and Chelsea Lewis and Katara Stevenson, we've got 3 really nice seniors. Nisha Ford, that's another one. And then Haley Lacey she'll play for us. And then we have a really nice freshman, Jacinta Gibson, who's really, really talented. So she's going to be start varsity really from day one.
Well, all those people you mentioned, except the freshmen, experienced people.
Absolutely.
That I remember back.
I mean, we have experience. I mean, but we are 2 leading scorers. I mean, Haley and Shay were our 2 leading scorers. We've lost both of those. Taylor averaged 9, but the rest of them, you're sprinkling in 2, 3, 4 points. So if you add it up, it's not a whole lot of points there. But I think very capable, though. So, I hope that what I see in practice and what I see in the summer shows up, at 7:30.
That concludes another edition of the HHCSports.com show of the HHC Sports Weekly. Be sure to join us next week as we continue to track the league's successful teams and individuals, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. Until then, thanks for watching.